Welcome to another adventure with Crazy Keith. We're doing a little solar project today here. Just wanted to throw some information if people want to enjoy that. This is Independence Day, so we're trying to get our independence from the oil in the Middle East. So we'll start out with this project. A simple system with 3 panels, 180 watts each, about 550 watts. And I've got to be crazy to set up something like this because it will take over 10 years to pay back. But I learned a lot, and it's producing electricity. I'm bringing in the panels with 24 volt into a Morningstar. This is a battery minder that will actually charge your batteries up. Comes in at 24 volts off the panels. And these are a pulsed type, so you can buy an inexpensive battery monitor, but the pulsed type will actually make your battery last a lot longer. You got to think about the economics. Is it worth spending $50 or $100 more to make your battery last twice as long? These larger batteries really need to be a deep cycle marine RV type. They cost $80 to $100 even at Costco. You can use other ones. I have some gel cells here I'm going to add in here later today. So this system was set up to do mainly charging of electric bike, electric motorcycle during the day. It'll give you a nice feedback, tell you the voltage, gives you LEDs to tell you when your battery is getting low. And I can tell you want to have at least one battery of size, and more like 2 or 3 if you're actually going to try to work off of the grid. You need to have enough power that when you lose 30% of your energy going in and out of these lead acid batteries, you're still going to end up with enough. So like even this battery here will barely charge an electric bicycle with the losses in these systems. That's why most people don't use batteries. They just feed into the grid and pull off the grid. So this is a standalone system. I could plug light bulbs into it. So you want to get good protection, nice big high amperage fuses coming into your inverter, which takes the 12 volts up to 120, gives you about 1,000 watts. I would recommend getting a larger unit for a lot of applications because even 1,000 watts, they claim a peak of 2,000. They never can take more than 1,000 watts for just a few brief nanoseconds. So I literally can't charge my Zero electric motorcycle off of this because its charger is made to drain 10 amps out of the wall, charge up most of your battery in an hour, hour and a half. And they're great fast chargers, but they take so much that I can't use it off of this solar system. You can always use a trickle charger, come down a little bit lower in current consumption and take a lot longer to charge up, which is what I'm doing right now with the Zero electric. So you can do a solar charge in the middle of the day on both the electric motorcycle and the electric bicycle at the same time. If you have summer full sun, then you can charge up very easily without draining your battery out. Now the battery is good for in the winter when I ride and I come home and I can plug in at the end of the day and there's only an hour or 2 left of sun. So that's the reason you want to, I've gone with this battery setup in order to be able to charge even after dark. These units are fairly expensive. You want to look at, say $600, $700, $800 for a high quality one, maybe 3 or 4 for a lower quality one. This was kind of the middle of the road here. Consider getting like a 1600 or 2000 watt if you're going to plug anything of substantial amount into it. Most people mount these things on a wall in their house if they're doing a house or a RV or a boat setup. This one I set up on on a dolly with a piece of wood, and you screw everything down, and then the dolly carries the heavy battery weights at the bottom. This is probably the easiest, quickest portable setup that you could set up permanently. Even out on the road, if you had a pickup truck, you could take this thing out and supply power. A lot of these things are pretty nice. They have features a 12 volt output and another 12 volt output, and you have even a remote control button switch as well as a key remote that you can use from inside your house which is real nice. And then you can start adding things like this, where you simply have a halogen light and a plug. If the power goes out, you can walk out here, plug your extension cord in, and run the TV and stereo and charger, computer, all that off of the solar system in a power outage. So this can be seen as, or acts like, a generator, an emergency generator system. So that's the only other reason I would really say the expense is worth it. You're really not producing a lot of electricity, but you can do one thing, and that is get off of the gasoline powered vehicle and onto something alternative. Electric bike, electric motorcycle. They're all the easiest, simplest, and in some ways the cheapest way to get into an alternative vehicle without having to buy a Tesla. Tesla will come out with a nice, cheaper car soon, but in the meantime, us peasants have to be creative. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and this is just one more little solar project for you to digest and think about, and hopefully you learn enough about it to spur you into doing more. Thanks.